Yo, what's up guys? This is Alpha Pokemon TCG coming at you with a Rayquaza deck profile for the expanded format. As you can see, this is the Rayquaza that you get in the Battle Arena. And yeah, this is a nice little budget deck that you can make out of getting probably just 2 of the boxes. And this is my take on the deck, so let's get right into it. Alright. First of all, we have Main Bay Self, our Sky Snake Rayquaza. You're never really going to use his first attack, Celestial Roar. For a colorless energy, you can mill your top 3, and if there's any energy, you can attach it to it. But really, you're never going to use that attack. The reason we use him is because of his second attack, Dragon Burst. For 1 fire energy and 1 lightning energy, you can discard either all fire or all lightning energy attached to it, and it does 60 times the amount of energy you discard. So if you're discarding 2, 120 damage, 3, 180, enough to knock out a Mega, or even if you discard 4 lightning energies, 4 fire, usually it's going to be lightning with this variation of the deck, you're going to even be knocking out Megas. So yeah, main attacker, this card is pretty insane. We'll play 1 Keldeo EX for the Russian. That way you can use the Eelektrik ability, which I'll get into that later, and then retreat out of it, whatnot. And also it dodges out the special condition, so 1 Keldeo is really good. Next up, play 2 Zekrom. I was thinking about making these Mewtwo's, but honestly, I like having a non-EX attacker in the deck. And Zekrom's working out pretty fine, but sometimes he just gets one shot in and it's a bit much. So if you want to, you could throw Fighting Fury builds in the deck and whatnot. I personally don't play them. I'm comfortable with how my list is right now. But yeah, it's definitely subject to change. This guy is pretty good. Outrage does 10 damage, 20 damage plus 10 more damage for each damage counter on it. So he can hit pretty big numbers. And then Bolt Strike for 2 lightning and a colorless, 120 damage, and it does 40 to itself. So yeah, he's pretty good. Next up, we play 4 Tynamo, and then we play 4 Eelektrik. Now, what Eelektrik does is it has the, well, yeah, Eelektrik, whatever it is. But yeah, he has the ability Dynamotor. You can attach 1 lightning energy from your discard pile onto one of your bench Pokemon. So the idea is to get a bunch of these little guys into play to fuel up one of your Rayquazas so you can Dragon Burst for big numbers really quick. And you can do it over and over. The idea is to do it every turn so you can take big knockouts. So yeah, it just fuels stuff on your bench, gets your attackers ready a lot faster, so it's really good. Then we play 2 Remoraid and 2 Octillery. Abyssal Hand's good. You want to draw cards out and whatnot, get what you need faster. And this is a lot cheaper than Shaman, so definitely worth getting the Octilleries. Alright, next up we have our supporters. Play 4 Professor Sycamore, staple, obviously. Hand refresh, discard hand, draw 7. It's too good not to play, honestly. 3 ends. I really like N at 3 in this deck because early game it is a hand refresher, and late game it could be disruption. And even if you're like pretty low price count and your opponent is, if you're sitting with Octillery on the bench, then you're just going to draw more cards anyway, so it's really nice to have. So I really like 3N in this deck. Next up, play 1 AZ, picks up damage Pokemon and whatnot. Comes really clutch, actually, at times. Especially if you have something stuck in the active spot. On Lysander, obviously, you play Lysander, he wins games. And then, 1 Skyla. At first, I didn't know how I felt about the Skyla, but I really like Skyla in this deck, because it can search out key item cards that you need, like the Battle Compressor and stuff like that. It's just working out really nice for me. So now on to the items, which is very thick lineup. 4 VS Seeker, naturally. Gets them supporters back. So yes. Play 3 Ultra Ball. Discard any 2 cards to search your deck for any Pokemon. Naturally, you're going to be able to search for all your stuff. Next up, 3 level ball. Your Eelektriks and your Octillery line, they're all 90 HP and lower. So yes, you do want to play level ball because it searches them. So right now I'm comfortable with the numbers 3 and 3. It's been working out for me, and yeah, it's pretty good. Next up, 3 battle compressor. You want to get rid of supporters so you can VS Seeker them naturally, and you want to get rid of lightning energy so you can use Dynamotor and put them on your bench. So battle compressor is a very good inclusion in this deck. Next up, 2 float zones. Obviously you want it for Keldeo or to attach it to something that's stuck in the active spot and just retreat out of it. So yeah, float zone's good. 1 escape rope. This could honestly serve as disruption sometimes, gets your stuff out of the active spot, can do a number of things, honestly. And sometimes it even wins games. 1 Professor's Letter. You have to play Fire Energy in this deck because Rayquaza attacks for... his attack needs 1 Fire Energy, which is quite unfortunate, but it's weird. But it works out perfectly fine, especially if you get the letter. You can Skylar for the letter if you need to. Most of the time, you're going to have the energy anyway, so yeah. You want to make sure you get to that as fast as possible. Then 1 Tool Scrapper, mainly to deal with Garbodor. So that's the items. And then we play 2 Parallel City. Parallel City is very nice in this deck. Just either clear your opponent's bench away, or you can use it to make their attacks do less damage. Most of the time, you're just gonna put the blue side facing them, so they can only have 3 on their bench. Oh, that was weird, but okay. Yeah, so Parallel City, really good. And then for the energy, play 8 lightning energies, then 4 fire energy. The reason why 4 fire is because you want to make sure you have it for the Rayquaza, because Rayquaza needs fire energy to attack, which is quite unfortunate, but it's just that way, and you can hit Dragon Burst pretty consistently to knock out EXs, especially when you have your Eels on your bench. So that was my Rayquaza Eels deck profile, and I hope you liked that, and I hope you found it quite interesting. I definitely think it's worth picking up if you're playing the expanded format, and nice budget deck to play. If you wanted to, you can even tech it out and make it a Mega Rayquaza deck, depending on your budget. But that's my take on it. Hope you guys like it. Legend is signing out.